Hi, you're here at Outlands, with Akko and myself, back after a little bit of a hiatus. The Shroom crew will be on as soon as we wrap up our little portion of tonight's show. Um, Warrior, why don't you introduce yourself and let people know a little bit about the situation Akko found himself in last episode, ending with Calorel the Vile saying, or I could just kill every living thing here
Yeah,
except you.
like it's
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 fine.
light. I'm actually great because he's not going to kill me no matter what.
No, he's
So
not.
I'm warrior. Play Akko, big dog Akko, Echo Knights, Knoll fighter. Last time on Down in Outlands, Akko found himself in a pile of pig shit, and then he chased the pig to figure out where he was at in this new dimension he had been ported to. Met a king. That went well. He got some new armor, which is pretty dope. Uh, Turns out the folks in this kingdom, the ruling class at least, are also travelers of a sort. They're also lost. They're from Pasadena. Um, and the toward the end, they would like Akko to get them back, but toward the end, stuff started catching on fire, and Calorel the Vile showed up. Calorel the Vile being the sort of overseer of our dearly departed friend Skitch. He was like, "Where the fuck is my guy, my dude?" And Echo was like, "Echo was like, he's dead, and we burned his body." Oops. And they had a moment. They were able to have a little bit of emotional time, and then probably because there are dozens of arrows focused on them at the moment, Calorel was like, "Could you do something about this? Because I'm
If
I'm not
not,
all about this situation,
yeah.
and I'll kill everybody but you if you don't."
Yeah,
So.
if you don't do something about these
Mhm.
um
This oafs.
yeah,
I'm
I
sure
believe he called him an oaf, yeah.
he definitely called it an oaf.
Then I will do something about it, which
Yep.
would be generally probably pretty bad, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll reap and then he will sow. I guess he'll sow and then he'll reap. Either
Yeah,
way, it works out for
well,
him
yeah.
swimmingly.
Whatever way he does it, it's
as a
probably gonna be
as
bad.
a body harvester for the number 3 demon in hell, it's a win-win. That's where we're at. Their tensions are
Tensions are
mounting,
high.
are high. Um,
So, um,
yeah.
as Kellerell says this, you it just it's that heavy silence over the entire area. The gates open and Eric comes walking out. You can see like the archers now are kind of like he's in a little bit different armor. It's a little more resplendent. His sword he's carrying is glowing bright gold, and his shield, while looking heavily battered, has the griffin head on it. It's gold black with a white griffin head on it. It is glowing. And he walks up. He's got his helm of his face like up, and he looks at both of you, kind of back and forth. And he says, "I don't know who you are or why you're here." He looks down at the ground, and you can see where Caloral's um, mode of transportation, his undead goat cart, as well as where Calorel's standing, like everything around him is dead. Like the grass has died. There's a kind of a small tree. It is also just dead. Um, and King Eric says, "But you need to go. You are not welcome here. Not just in my kingdom. You're not welcome anywhere here.
Echo's gonna gauge Killerell's reaction to that real quick.
Calorel takes a long, slow blink, and you were currently talking to kind of the, I would say, almost more feminine, smaller version of Calorel. Probably is Calorel without all the accoutrements, all the dangerous accoutrements.
The sort of like the Wizard of Oz when he comes out from in the Wiz and he comes out. It's Richard Pryor, yeah.
And the next thing you see is Calorel behind the curtain again, just all the way beefed back up. He looks down at you. Well, you guys are about the same. He's a little bit bigger than you, but not terribly bigger in this form. And they look down at you and they say, "You should leave. I wouldn't want you to get hurt."
No.
And you can hear the ground starting to crackle and break.
No.
All around you, the dead start coming out of the ground. He looks over at Eric. They look over at Eric. They reach back and they pull down their skull-faced helm. And they say, "I will harvest every living being on this world, and they will serve Orcus in the afterlife. And I will leave this husk of a world as a reminder of my faith." Roll initiative.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
We're back, baby. The 23 numbers wise.
All right. Calorel's going in 17 and Eric's crew is going in 10. So you're going first.
Akko gets jogs up between them, does the stop.
When you reach out towards Calorel, I want you to make a con saving throw.
7. Nope. 9.
You take 9 necrotic damage. Ow. You can literally see your fur molting off, your hand getting old, wrinkly, pulling back, your fingernails get long, and they are just emanating a field of death.
Ow! Hey! No hurt, no need, fight.
They are looking directly at Eric and almost past Eric into his kingdom proper.
Why? He's like, why fight? What travel?
Calorel takes a sigh, looks down at you, and they are just glowing green eyes behind this visage of a skull, and says, "Because, Akko, sometimes you just want someone to hurt as much as you do." And then the skeletons just start charging towards the walls.
Akko is going to try to. Is it just Eric and Calorel and the skeletons here?
Yeah, and the skeletons are behind. Everybody else in Eric's entourage is either at the portcullis gate or it's just archers on the wall.
All right. Akko is going to Akko will say to Calorel, he'll just kind of looking at the scene, he'll say, "Then hurt Akko."
Calorel is now just completely, they are laser beam focused ahead on where Eric is.
Akko is going to try to. So is the cart unmanned right now?
Yes, the cart is.
Akko is going to use his movement to get onto the cart, and he's going to try to steal the cart.
I would like you to make me an Arcana check. Roll well.
I rolled a natural 1, but
Ooh.
I would like to use possibility to succeed.
Okay.
Automatically.
What success does it just give you? Just auto.
I just succeed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like you to then roll me a d12 and tell me what you get.
12.
I want you to roll animal handling at disadvantage.
Okay.
You can add 12 to your score.
Nice. What his animal handling score is, but it's great. What? It's not? That's weird.
And you're at disadvantage. Just remember that as well.
At disadvantage. Okay. Plus 12.
Plus 12
is 22.
Okay. You jump over, grab the reins of the death goat cart, and it doesn't go. They slowly turn backwards. Both of them have like fire in their eyes, and through their the horrible visages of their face, there's like even acid slowly dripping out of their mouths. And then you whip the cart again.
Go!
They turn their heads and they slowly start to move in the general direction you want them to go in.
Akko will take that.
That's a win.
That's pretty good. First time, first time piloting
driving a cart.
an undead goat cart. Pretty good. Easy. And I think yeah, he will. That's it. He'd be like, I better come get your cart.
Fair. Calorel casts Finger of Death at Eric. Eric pops his head and his face shield comes down. He puts his shield out in front of him and nothing happens with the spell. Eric then strikes back and drives Calorel back with a blow from that shield. And it seems like, make me a perception check as you're kind of wheeling around in this cart and then trying to keep your eyes kind of out of the corner of your vision on the fight.
Terrible. 1.
Okay. You're like so focused on trying to get these undead giant goats to move in the direction you want. But for the viewer, which you don't see this, Akko, Eric seems to have a magical buffer in front of his shield that knocks Calorel back, and then he hacks a massive piece out of his armor with his glowing fiery sword. So what are you going to do now that you're on this cart? The horde of skeletons are moving. Make me another perception check as you start to catch up with them. They are not slow. They're moving. 17?
17. No, 18. Sorry.
Their mouths are all agape.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this bizarre rattling of bones, and it makes out a single word. Skitch. And what you realize as you're kind of moving up towards the middle of the horde, they're just picking up skeletons left and right. Like this is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You look ahead and arrows are just raining down from the parapets. They're trying to pull the gate up and they've already dropped the portcullis. So what are you doing?
So I'm guessing Calorel does not seem to care that Akko has
Calorel, they have they have their hands full right now, probably more than they realize.
Is there anything on the cart? Like, is there like an activate portal button or anything that
No,
like makes it okay?
no.
And it seemed like Kelrel was getting his. Kelrel lost that round pretty big time.
Yeah, it seemed like Kellerell vastly underestimated what they were getting themselves into.
All right. Akko is going to stop the cart or just jump off the cart. Who cares? The cart can go. It's fine. Akko's got bigger fish to fry. Akko.
Once you jump off, the cart keeps heading like charging towards the gate, and skeletons just start grabbing a hold on it. And before you know it, it's just a mass of skeletons being pulled by two goats charging right towards the door in the porculus.
Okay. Akko is going to manifest his Echo with his bonus action, and then he is going to send his Echo is going to go to Eric, and Akko is going to get. So they're both going to be behind their respective. So Akko's behind Kellerell. Duplicate is behind. Akko is behind Eric, and to attack, he's going to grapple both of them.
Okay.
Try to get him to stop fighting. So let me roll both of those.
Which duplicate is behind which one?
Eric.
Make me that con saving throw.
Oh, that's right. All right. I only rolled the attack roll, so I'm just going to write those down real quick. Con save 20.
Okay. You take half of 7, so 4.
All right. I rolled 2 19s, so that is.
Gosh. Yeah, you're able to get your hands on both of them, and you're kind of like pulling them. They will both make strength checks at the beginning of their turns to just kind of muscle their way out.
Right. And that I think is all I can do. So
Calorel will make their check first. They got an 18 plus all their stuff. They're gonna break out of your strength. At the same time, you hear a massive boom as the goats slam into the gates as well as the porculus and smash through them, and skeletons just start to flood in to the point where it's just this, all you can see is bodies of skeletons trying to push their way in, like watching ants. And then the horrified screams of people on the inside. Calorel, they are like they were stepping backwards. In their hand is what looks like a rod, and they squeeze the rod, and a ghostly chain falls out of it. On the end of it is what looks like a mace ball, except for it is just a polished black skull with glowing green eyes.
Oh.
And they reach back and they swing this morning star at Eric. And they miss. Real bad. In fact, I would like you to make a dex save.
Oh, jeez. That's a decent roll. 16.
Yeah, that's good. They miss. That's the turn there. Okay, so Eric will try to extricate himself from your duplicate. Natural 20. So that dice has been good to me so far.
It is.
Eric bursts through, and again, just shield bashes, and this concussive force, almost like a thunder wave of magical energy, just washes over you both. But it almost feels like spell sculpting because it moves around you. Like you feel like when you look like, oh no, this is like I'm in trouble. But it's like it's purposefully built to not hit you. But it smashes Kellerell. which is followed up by another massive blow from this flaming, which you're guessing is probably holy sword. And Kellerell is sent sprawling backwards.
Okay.
Eric just keeps marching forward.
Akko is going to so these skeletons are they're in the castle now. They are wrecking everything. People are screaming. It's horrible.
You're hearing like explosions. You're like seeing like Eric's Griffin Knights are now out and about. And I mean, it went from like this massive, like overrun situation to now the Griffin's Kingdom is kind of pushing them back out as best they can. But every time someone dies, they raise.
Well, Akko is going to he's going to pull out his Axe of the Crush, and I
would like Akko to make me a perception check at disadvantage, please.
At disadvantage, all right. 16.
Okay.
Akko is going to he is going to send his duplicate over, and he's going to send himself over. He is going to attack Kellerell the Vile.
Okay.
He is so we roll those attacks. Those are both really high, +9. It's like high 20s for both of those.
Perfect. Anything over 25 is a hit. So
okay. Should have gotten those rolls when I was fighting the Centurion. Good rolls. That is 29 total slashing damage, magical.
So what are you trying to do? Kellerell's prone, by the way. He got knocked, or they got knocked prone.
Oh, okay.
So you can roll it. You can roll at advantage.
They didn't get a 20 on advantage. Akko is like, he's using the axe because he knows that Kellerell is probably like super immune to like just steel. So he is.
Are you trying to disarm them? Are you just trying to do damage? Like what are you doing? What are you
thinking? He's like, so at first Kellerell's prone. So he like he sort of like comes in and kneecaps Kellerell, and then keeps going and finishes through and like hits him just square in the chest, and just
you hit them in the chest, and their armor looks like skeletal, like it's like this bone-like structure over the top of like onyx armor. You crack the sternum on it. You hit it that hard, and you can hear them audibly just.
Akko just stares, like just staggers, just like very like dominant, like just stop
this
or die.
Guttural noise utters from the lips of Kellerell the Vile, and out of them, out of the skull-like mouth, like it's usually like this closed mouth, it opens, and a flood of black, inky blackness comes out, directed right at you, and
it's unfortunate.
Right up at you, and then hits a barrier and slides off. And you look over, and Eric is about 3 feet away from you, pushing their shield out, and you can see as this thing starts to envelop this dome of light over you, the both of you, and about a 10, or would be about what, 10 by 10 foot cube, except for it's domed. To the point where you can't even see Kellerell anymore. It's just this blanket of necrotic energy swirling around this light.
Akko just says, "This not helping. You stop. Is okay. Feel."
You can hear how heavy Eric is breathing.
Hmm.
And through like gasping breaths, he says, I didn't beat Tiamat to let something like this kill everyone. I can't. And that's when the shield breaks.
Oh,
First, it's the light itself, the dome, and then it's the actual shield on his armor cracks, splits, and breaks into 3 pieces.
Akko just
Akko makes a con saving throw, as does Eric.
okay. Natural 20.
You're good. Eric, not so much.
Oh.
Eric drops to one knee and you literally see them withering before your eyes.
Akko, as
You're up.
oh, so I was gonna say, as so reaction wise, Akko, as Eric's shield breaks, Akko puts his up in front of him. So, it's the absorption thing. So he cancels 9 damage. Or however
what you
artfully
realize is this didn't attack like his vigor. It actually attacked his body. Like in mechanic terms, it attacked his actual stats.
Yikes. Glad that I rolled the 20. Akko.
Yeah, that news bears, huh?
Akko is Akko just stares at Kellerel. It's just, why?
You look through the inkiness,
right?
And Kellerel cuts a form out of this blackness. Eric now on one knee, like looking down at where his shield is destroyed, still glowing with magical energy, leaning on his flaming sword. Kellerel just slowly appearing out of the blackness. Their chest armor, their breastplate cracked, their helm cracked. They're dragging the Morning Star through the dirt, and when it does, the actual dirt is like disintegrating where it drags, and they're walking directly at Eric. And you can hear their voice. It's like it doesn't sound like it's even coming from them. It sounds like it's coming from like everywhere at once. And they just say, in the end, you were just waiting to die like everyone else. You're up. What would you like to do?
Akko is going to interpose himself directly between the two of them. And he is going to use use his bonus action to because he can do things like with his echo. So could he use a bonus action to have the echo grab onto Eric and start dragging him away?
You could try. I would say you get the impression that you're not going to be able to pull Eric anywhere.
If I get that impression, then I'll just interpose myself, and I'll have the echo kind of like back to back, and then Akko will just give Kellerel a withering, just disappointed look. Akko thought we were friends. And then he'll just, well, you can go.
Kellerel pulls their helmet up, and you do see for a little bit that softer face beneath. And Kellerel says, "We are. That's why you're not dead. This, we have duties, Akko. Not all of them are pleasant. We all make promises, and we have to keep them.
Akko nods and says,
Pulls the skull back down. And then the voice changes entirely. And this oath and all that he surveys, every inch of ground his feet have touched, all of it, this entire world dies. So says the scion of Orcus.
Akko, no can let you do that.
Akko can't go for that.
Akko is going to just like rear back, just solid shot, like right to center mass, just cleave.
All right.
And then he's going to assume, well, let me see. Yeah, that hits. I rolled a 19. And then with his second, he's going to, with his second, he'll just yank it out along with whatever comes with it and chop again. Max force. Yeah, that's 15 plus 25 exactly.
Okay. So you break the chest plate, and beneath it you just see inky blackness, like moving like a swirl. There's no blood. It's just like living darkness inside this. And then you wheel all the way back around, like you almost like pirouette and just crunch into Calorel's arm that was holding the mace, and you cut it clean. The arm falls, cut it at about shoulder, about at the pauldron. The mace handle drops, the arm lands, turns over, and starts inching its way towards the flail.
Akko,
Calorel, I need you to make a con saving throw.
I bet I do. Nope, natural 1.
All right. I did not expect us to get this into the nastiness. So let me look up and see what this does real quick.
Can't destroy a whole kingdom of innocent people right under Akko's nose.
Hey, he's the scion of Orcus. He's gonna do his thing.
Hey, I get it, man, but like, do your job when I'm not around. You know, let's.
You drop to 0 hit points.
Okay.
There's this awful wail. You've never heard anything like it before, and it just decimates you. You hit the ground, you like crumble, and you're on the verge of unconsciousness. And you see Eric launch themselves up and stab Calorel through. Calorel, leaning on this blade, grabs it and starts to pull themselves towards Eric. You notice that he's got a piece of the shield in his hand, and he just cuts Calorel right across the helmet. Calorel falls backwards, lands flat. The blackness goes away. Skeletons stop moving. Eric walks over to you, picks their helmet up, and they look 30 years older, minimum. Oof. They're gaunt. They look rough. They put their hand to the sky. They reach down, and you get back to 1 hit point. Oof. And that's when Eric sputters and coughs blood right onto your face and then falls on top of you.
Thanks. Uh,
You look up, and there is the woman you met earlier. Peels back the hood, and she appears fully. Calorel is trying to get up. She walks over to him. She says, you can help me leave, right? You can get me out of here.
oh, nods.
The,
Can
the
travel.
cart, no, she's talking to Calorel.
Oh.
And they are like getting up. She hands him their arm. The cart comes racing. The skeletons all drop. Calorel puts their hand out to you. Are you coming?
Oh, looks.
She's looking at him and then looking at you like she doesn't understand what's going on.
Um, if he stopped, Akko will go.
They're so the woman is standing like right beside the cart,
Yeah.
like right by Calorel. They're on the cart. And they're like helping her up, and that's as soon as she steps in the cart, they put their hand out to you and says, "Are you coming?"
The attack stopped. The skeletons are gone.
Skeletons are just like kind of went rigid, and they're just getting smashed.
Akko will go. He'll take Calorel's hand.
You head over to Calorel and you look over, and Eric is trying to get up and just looks at you with this crushing look of sadness.
Akko will look back at Eric and look up at Calorel and say, Eric, come too.
Calorel, they look down at you. Their helmet just crushed on one side, the neck guard completely gone, just shadowy ink, flowing out of it into the air. Same thing out of their chest, and in the voice they normally speak to, and not in that booming voice from everywhere, just says, if I took him, I would kill him. And then I would eventually come back and finish what I started. A fireball comes raining down and just misses the cart. And you can see, you turn a look, and Presto is leading the charge of people towards Calorel. The skeletons kind of half animate, but it just seems like it's almost too much for him to even or them to animate skeletons right now.
Akko looks at the woman and says,
she pulls off what looks to be a wedding ring, and she throws it down at Eric in a pool of the blood that he spat up where she stabbed him through in the back.
He just says to her, he takes a couple steps back toward Eric, and he just says to her, he says, you enjoy hell.
Calorel, they pull their arm back, tilts their head slightly, lifts the helm up, and looks like themselves, but they look beaten. Like they look like they've been in a 10-round heavyweight boxing match. And it says, we'll meet again. And then the portal opens up and the cart roars through.
Like when he says that, Akko just says, next time we finish this.
Through battered features, a soft smile emits from Calorel's face, and they say, you had best hope not.
And he'll go back to Eric. Well, he'll pick up the wedding ring, and then he'll go back to Eric.
There's like a cadre of clerics, and they're trying to heal. And they're kind of, you can hear them saying that, oh, this is going to take like serious magic to restore the king. All he wants to know is like, did we win? Is everyone okay? Did we win?
I was kind of like,
yeah, a little bit of yes, a little bit of no.
Sort of.
It takes him a second, and then he's like, he asks where his wife is, and everyone just goes dead quiet.
Go just hands him the ring.
He
gives him a
starts to sob a little bit, and he just says, how did that thing kill her?
Akko. It's a paw on his shoulder. It says, no. She
He's
left.
He like looks around, and presto, like puts his hand on his other shoulder and says, that's who stabbed you. And as physically rough as Eric looks, it's like all the fight goes out of him at that point. He just drops.
Cool.
There's just this mad panic as people are still destroying skeletons all around, but it seems to slow down as you see like these two friends who've been friends through thick and thin for a very long time, and there's just like this look of panic on Presto's face, and on Eric's face, he's just his eyes roll back up into his head. Sorry, excuse me. He lies there motionless.
Akko will give him a moment to be motionless.
You're not sure if he's even alive.
Because learned a lot about emotional space in this particular demiplane. So he'll give him a moment to be motionless. Not like a super long moment, but like just a minute in case. And then he will pick him up and make sure he's alive or not. Check the vitals.
He's breathing real shallow, in a real shallow fashion now.
Then Akko will just sort of finish the job and sort of like flour sack, carry him over his shoulder, back toward the gates.
You make your way inside, and it doesn't look great. They're putting out some fires. It's kind of gruesome. They're beheading the dead and then throwing them in burn piles. There's still a couple skeletons they're putting down.
Well, chop up any skeletons he sees.
The moment you walk through, though, it's dead quiet for about 30 seconds, and then there's just this thunderous roaring of the citizenry. People are running up to you, and they're grabbing the hem of your clothes and kissing where you're at, and they're just like, you know, and the cadre is trying to like push people out a little bit just to get the king into the keep. And eventually, because they can't, they just take him from you. And
He'll let him.
You're just mobbed by these citizens.
Akko freaks out a little bit. Unfamiliar sensation for a gnoll.
You
to receive the adulation of a bunch of humans.
You feel Presto's hand on your shoulder, and he says, I can get you out of here if you want.
Akko like gives him a look that says he's thankful, but he says, "No, people need moment. It's okay."
He looks at you. He's got like little scorches on him, and looks a little rough, but not terrible. He pushes his glasses up and he says, people always need heroes.
He'll be hero. Easy.
He slaps you on the shoulder, which you assume is like yeah. But it's very gentle.
Mhm.
And he says, we'll be in the keep when you're ready.
I go nuts. He'll
Couple of the Griffin guards are standing beside you,
I go like pet the griffins when he has a minute.
and one of them says, you should probably say something.
Oh.
There's just this sea of battered citizenry in front of you, and they're holding like makeshift weapons. And if they've stopped doing everything they were doing, they're just looking up at you expectantly. Where's the king?
King is busy with king stuff.
Ooh.
He like kind of looks around like he looks very he looks unsure for like the first time in his life. Like, what? Today we stop army of hell.
You hear a cleric go, technically it's the abyss. Hell's a different place.
Akko looks, he's like, not helping.
Sorry. It's a character trait.
It's like, I'll show you a character trait. Gives him a look that, yeah. And
another one of the Griffin guards starts shouting, hail the Hound of the King. And you hear like this uproar, Hound of the King, Hound of the King, Hound of the King. Which is odd, because you think if the citizenry kind of knew you were Knoll, they may be acting slightly differently. But they're not sure what you are. And it sounds like one of the Griffin guards was like, oh, I'm gonna nip this in the bud real quick.
Big dog Akko, it'll work.
It works. It plays.
Mm-hmm. Akko probably gets the vibe. He's like, oh, okay. Big dog Akko, hero of people. And so that he'll give them their moments of adulation. He's kind of into it.
The cleric who corrected you makes their way over, and they go, now it's time for a grand gesture. And the cadre clerk beside you kind of nudges you towards the Griffin that's standing beside you. Everyone loves a big exit.
Akko goes over to the Griffin. And he's like, psst. Give Akko Griffin.
Oh, they're trying to get you to get on this Griffin.
Oh, Akko, yeah, he's super like.
Yeah, make me an animal handling
he's like,
check.
Done. Sure. Not bad. 16.
The Griffin ruffles its feathers. You climb aboard. It just erupts in its caw. You want to say anything before it takes off?
Akko says, we all fight hell together. Power to people.
People power. You see one older man in a burlap sack with a tie made of intestines says, people power.
Akko said, then he goes, Akko, go away now. Bye.
Wheel right through the sky. I would like you to make me a performance check.
What is it? 13.
You've not done something like this before, but it came relatively naturally. You can just see like the awe-struck masses, as well as just like the adulation as you fly up. Two more Griffin guards fly up beside you. And you head towards the I can't think what it's called now. It's the
Castle.
apiaries for beer or for bees, but whatever you call it for birds.
Sure.
The nest, I guess. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, we'll call it that. Akko does a barrel roll.
Make me another animal. Make me an acrobatics check, please, Akko.
I'm good at acrobatics. 22.
You do it with no hands. You just hold the crush axe above your head, barrel roll your way up, and you fly into the nest.
Thick thighs save lives.
Exactly. You land, and the Griffin Riders, they're all like slapping you on the back, and they're just, hail the Hound. And you walk down and through into the kind of the way that you were brought before. Presto is leaning against the wall, says he's going to live, and so is this place. You did it, kid. You did it.
Akko totally did it.
So what was that? What just happened?
Oh, is complicated.
Well, you and I will have some time, because we're going to take this, and he pulls the parts of Eric's shield out to Venger. And we're going to find you a way home. If that's where you want to go.
Oh,
But
Akko.
if not, you're home now. And that's where we're going to stop.
All right.
So, what'd you think? First of all, what'd you think?
Hand of the King. Adulation, praise. Nearly
Got
really
yourself
fucked up a pretty high-ranking official.
also almost got killed.
Also almost got killed.
Banshee's Whale is no joke.
That con save screwed me. It sucks because I'm like +6 on con saves, but I literally rolled like a 1. I was like, well.
And that effect is just literally you go to 0 hit points.
I mean, them's the rolls. But I liked how it turned out anyway. So
I thought you were gonna leave. I really did. I thought you were gonna get on the back of the car. I was like, oh.
If Sheila hadn't opened up her mouth, he would have
Someone
gotten
wanted out of the Lost Kingdom real bad.
Because if he got the, because where I think where his head was at was like he wanted the attack to stop, and if the attack was stopped, then he feels reasonably culpable for the events of the day, and was like, I'll just go, and then there's no chance this will start again.
Yeah.
But then he was like, no, this
well,
is the wrong move.
You really had two very powerful individuals who didn't want to hurt you at all.
Yeah, that was a weird spot to be in. It's
like we're attempting to go out of their way to not hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah, man, if only I had gotten a hold of that Morning Star. That was like, if he hadn't gone down, it would have been that gnome Ceramorph all over again. Just like,
oh God. I was surprised you didn't bust a laser gun out.
I don't have it. Charity has it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. What you could have done with the laser gun.
Just firing at skeletons.
Just like, oh my goddamn laser gun. Warrior, where can they find you and what are you up to?
You can find me on the socials at Warrior MN. I am, in addition to here, I'm on Known World United every other Wednesday for D&D DT, featuring the one and only Tasty Boys. You can also catch me on twitch.tv/HeelTurnRadio. On I think we're moving to like every other Thursday. We're reworking the schedule a little bit for Dive Club. There will be an actual in-person Dive Club on the 15th, I believe, and
A huge deal.
it is. It's big. So at least some of us will be there for that. Not sure how that's going to work with the stream, but we'll figure it out. We'll let you know. We're ironing out the details. Additionally, you can catch me.
I was waiting for you to say outside.
Outside, how about it? You can catch me doing a guest spot on a podcast called Roads Uncharted. It is the first Genesis actual play podcast. Genesis is a system by Fantasy Flight Games out of Minnesota. It's super cool. It's run by GM Dax, who is an amazing GM. I play a Minotaur, go figure, named Big Mood, who I love a lot. He's Big Mood. He is starting episode 20, which came out about 2 weeks ago. So episodes 20 through 23 will be the arc that he is in. So you can go to @Roads Uncharted or roads-uncharted.simplecast.com, or just Roads Uncharted on whatever podcast service you use. You can check it out. It's a super fun podcast.
That sounds amazing.
System. So I recommend it highly. That's
nice.
That's what I'm up to. What are you up to? How's King?
I'm okay.
Okay.
It's been a rough couple weeks.
Sure.
Star Wars is wrapped. Casual Doug is putting the final touches on the 3 episodes. Then I don't know how we'll release them, but they'll come out. Heel Turn is back Wednesday night again.
Yeah.
We did the Twitch Projo was open on this last Saturday night.
Nice.
And then getting ready to as soon as I can get the crew together for the next miniseries game. It's called Support Your Local Cape. It is a Marvel game. We'll be using Worlds in Peril. It is, I've tried to describe it as 65% Dan Slott, 35% Venture Brothers.
Okay.
So if you enjoy the Marvel Universe and you know about it, there will be some significant Easter eggs and some interesting personages who will show up. Nice. Thus far, Matt Lind will be playing and Cassandra will be playing.
Sweet.
Cassandra, who is going to have a character who used to be a villain, who is in a villain support group.
Perfect.
So yeah,
it does sound very Dan Slott.
I'm very excited to get started on it. I have like pages of notes. I did some. It was one of those things with the Marvel Universe where I start to do some mental calculation or remember like characters from the 70s and even the 80s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that character, logically, what would they be doing right now? So
also very Dan Slott to be like, who was that guy in issue 73 of
who's that lady that was a evil lawyer that the Punisher killed, but then was brought back to life by evil people? Like, yeah, I know that character.
Yeah.
Who may or may not be showing up. So,
spoiler alert.
Yes, big spoiler alert. Otherwise, it's down Outlands full steam ahead as we kind of continue to see what happens when you split the party significantly.
It's what happens. Shambling Mounds, man. They mess everything up real bad.
Well, as we get ready to take a short break on that note, we'll see what happens when a cave fisher tries to kill one of your friends.
Right. I hope they don't.
Otherwise, the show will be
maybe they'll just show up.
The show will be 3 hours and there'll be 3 different shows. Could very well happen. All right, sir.
All right. They come back. They end up where I'm at, but it's like second Narnia book where I'm like the king now.
I've been here a really long time. Where were you assholes?
All right. All right. Well, thank you. It was super fun.
Thank you, Warrior. As always, great time. I hope people enjoyed it. I always enjoy Big Dog Akko. I especially enjoy you playing warrior.
Big,
All right, we're taking a
big
short
Hound
break.
Akko.
Big, yeah, the
Big Hound
Hound
Akko.
King. And then we'll be back with the rest of the SLKs, the Shroom crew.
Shroom crew.
We'll see what's going to happen.
Get
All right,
into it.
see you shortly.
Bye.
Bye. Hi, I'm back again. Guess who's back again. Um, your King Ginger with the cave crew, the shroom crew, whatever you want to call them. So why don't you guys go around, introduce thyselves, and tell everybody the last thing you remember from an eternity ago.
All right, I am Nate, your D&D ringer, playing Otterkin Rogue Twig Swiftstrike. The last thing I remember is that Charity is getting strangled. It's bad times.
Yeah, it's not great. Bless you. I am Shannon. I am playing 11-year-old. I always want to say 10. 11-year-old artificer Charity Montmartre. And yeah, it's a real bad time. There's some strangly things happening. And I don't like this. I'm not in a good place.
I'm Cassandra. I am playing Kender Barbarian Amulet Stickyfingers. And you know, Charity's stuck like Winnie the Pooh, and there's a cave fisher tongue coming down, wrapping around her, and I'm panicked. But she's very much like Winnie the Pooh. She's stuck.
That's everybody. I keep waiting for Big Dog Akko, but he and I have already spoken.
I miss Big Dog Akko.
I miss Big Dog Akko.
The Hound of the King and I have already chatted tonight.
Ooh.
All right. So when last we left, there was a cave fisher villain that just wrapped around Charity's neck and starts to gank her upwards. She's stuck in this rocky crevasse area, unable to escape. Charity, I need you to roll me a con saving throw.
Oh, what could possibly go wrong? Work with me here, D20. That is not working with me. That's going to be an 8.
How many hit points do you have?
Right now, 8.
You currently have -4. I want everyone to make me a perception check, please.
Oh no.
21.
16.
You hear an audible snap. And then bamf. Charity's gone. The only thing left behind is the laser gun that Akko had given her.
Oh no. What about the tongue?
Well, it ganked her up and then she had her neck snapped and then disappeared.
Can
She
I grab
banked
the
up.
gun?
You're up in the front.
Priorities.
I suppose.
I mean, I would grab the gun if I was nearby, though, too, because
Yeah.
that feels like an important thing. They're gonna want it back. They're gonna want it back. They're coming back.
Well, neither one of you can really get to it,
Okay.
but someone in your party can.
I mean, Amulet's on the verge of a breakdown. So she lost 2 people. She's probably just gonna be screaming, just like, grab it, let's go, grab it, let's go.
Victor reaches down, grabs it, and just starts blasting up into the air where the cave fisher was. And
Is he the last
starts-
one?
yeah, he starts pushing his way through.
How dangerous would it be to creep back and try to see if I can see Charity?
Currently, you can't because Victor's pushing his way through.
But I mean, I'm stronger. What if I push him back?
So remember, you had to make an acrobatics check to squeeze through. It's super tight.
But she's my friend. That's why I'm willing to go back.
Okay.
I'll smash the hole digger if need be.
Make me an athletics check.
13.
It's hard for you to get back. You can get back, and Victor is yelling at you like, "What are you doing?" and then firing blindly up. Make me a dex check at a dex save at disadvantage.
Why the dex check?
The dex save at disadvantage.
Dex save. I know. If it's
I don't have to tell you why until you make the roll.
Well, I have danger sense. That's
You can use your danger sense.
So then it would just be a regular. Okay. That's what I just wanted to cancel out. No, that's not bad. 15.
Okay. You're able to avoid, but some of those shots have caused rubble from above to start to drop.
Shit. How far away is Twig?
Twig's at the head of the party.
Yeah, how far away is that?
10 feet.
Is there any way he can get around me where I'm at, or no?
No, we're not really. You're literally smushed.
I was just thinking he's smaller. Maybe he can get a better eye. But I have to back up out of the way first. I mean, I'll back up into the further end, I guess.
What's going on? Where's Charity?
I don't know. I think the thing got her. Can you go look? She's not there.
I can try. So I'll go back and see
You
what
start
I see.
to go, and Victor stops you and says, "Keep moving."
Where's Charity?
She's gone. She just disapparated.
Okay, that's not horrible. She should be okay.
The thing pulled her up, and that sound. We just got to keep moving. Like we can't do this right now. Keep going.
Okay, let's go. I'll
Charity,
take that gun. I'll give it back.
He hands it to you. Charity, you feel yourself being stretched through, for the lack of a better term, through like space and time. And you're seeing glimpses of all these different places. It's kind of like looking at images as you're driving extremely fast and you're only looking out the side window. You even see a glimpse of the open house floating in space, almost like one of those windows from the Phantom Zone tumbling through space. You catch a glimpse of Norhan's ship on the astral sea. And then you see Akko standing between an individual in gold, red, and white armor with a helm down, carrying a golden shield with a black circle with a white griffin's head in the middle and a flaming sword. And on the other side is Kal-Rel the Vile. And Akko is standing between them. And then as the image pulls away from you, you just see behind Kal-Rel thousands of skeletons rushing this wall. And as you're spinning out of control, make me a Arcana check.
That's a 17.
You see a desert wasteland where everything has been dried and shriveled. And there's just this shimmering of sand literally scouring rock away. You feel yourself being pulled towards that and falling quickly. And out of the corner of your eye, you see something you recognize. And through sheer will alone, you pull, almost swimming against the tide. And you land. And you look up and you know exactly where you are. You're home. But sans laser pistol.
Well, damn.
You're home. And you know where Akko is.
I need to get to the tower now. Like she tries to get herself up and just starts sprinting down the main stretch.
You get up to sprint and your legs don't move.
Oh, great. Okay. That's not great. I look down. Am I injured?
You can't feel your legs.
Can I feel anything else?
You seem to be able to feel above the waist.
Okay. Not that this is gonna work, but can I do like a medical check on my legs or something? And like it's not gonna help, but wow. 17.
You have the event that caused your demise damaged your spinal cord.
Oh, you're crying out loud.
And the sheer will you use to swim away from a world whose name just pops into your head called Athos in order to reach Stormsong, you didn't heal the way that you normally would have.
Okay. Yeah, she'll just start shouting for help.
You lie there for a few hours before some locals find you and are shocked at the condition you're in. But you're alive.
I'm alive and I know where Akko is, kind of.
Oh, you know where Akko is.
Okay.
You know exactly where Akko is. You've seen it. And you know you're smart enough to get back there.
Okay. The people that find her, she is going to insist and let them know immediately. My name is Charity Montmartre. I went to Evergreen Academy. I know Professor Thaddeus, and you need to get me in touch with Leona Clavella now.
They seem a little overwhelmed, but I want you to make me a persuasion check, please.
Ooh. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. Please don't. That's a crit fumble. That is a 1.
They take you to the nearest medical facility.
Okay.
And they tell them that they found this poor young girl who appears to be lame and is quite insane.
I mean, that's fair.
So as you guys move through the caves, it doesn't take you long to get where you're headed. And Victor, as soon as you open up into a larger cave, Victor manifests Charette and smashes the tunnel going backwards. You bring Bronson into, you go up a couple tunnels, like carved steps, and you see some offshoot tunnels, and you can hear people's voices and you can hear different things. So he brings you up, and you end up walking into the belly of a massive ship. And Bronson gets mobbed by a bunch of people, checking on him, doting on him, just trying to figure out if he's okay. One pulls herself away. She's in very loose-fitting garb. She walks over and says, "I don't know who you are, but thank you for bringing back our husband."
You're welcome. We were just trying to get everybody back safe. Not everybody made it, unfortunately.
I sit on the ground and start crying.
Victor is also like over in a corner, just kind of sobbing into his hands. She gets down on one knee and she looks at him and she says, "Who are you?"
I'm Twig Swiftstrike. And this is Amulet. Our two friends are okay. We just have to get to them.
Where are they? Are they children? It's
Yes.
so rare we see children here.
They're not here. It's a long story, really.
A long story.
Yeah, we kind of can't die.
Her head sideways. And hear the pitter patter of feet. What is there? You all can't die?
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Gnome, eye patch, missing a bunch of teeth. Oh, I know someone who, well, they think they can't die either.
Oh, really?
Make me a perception check.
Am I crying too hard?
23.
12. 13. Sorry, 13. I'm still sad. I miss my friends.
You notice that he's bound.
What does that mean?
His hands and feet are bound.
Oh.
That's why I was like over there.
Why are you tied up?
A massive figure looms over him, looks down at you. He's a cultist. He seeks to bring about the end of all things. And he hiccups.
That's not good.
It isn't good. We were awaiting Bronson to arrive to hold a tribunal on what to do with him.
Well, here he is.
Shilly looks at the massive bronze skinned individual and she nods, and they pick Bronson up and they take him to another room. And those two stand there. The gnome, turgid. You all said you can't die. How will that work? Something special? Something you want to show, turgid?
No, I don't really know. It just
is you a
happens.
Door or a key?
Yes.
Because Master Lish is looking for keys. He's gonna open it, all the doors.
Oh, that's not good.
Let the unmakers come back. And he's going to unmake all of this. Can you hear the song? Can you hear it?
Where is your
Such
master?
a sweet melody. Oh, he's up in them mountains. Working on a lock.
Does this sound like the doors and keys
One
that?
of the first locks.
Does this sound like the stuff that Twig was unlocking in that workshop?
No.
No. Okay.
Which mountains is he in?
Up there.
Oh. That's not good at all. And is he pointing to mountains on this plane or just kind of into this? Okay.
Very close.
Oh, shit. Amulet, did you hear that? I kind of take her off to the side.
Wipe my nose on my sleeve. Yeah, I didn't get it. I don't understand though.
You hear Victor kind of walk over to where you are. He goes, I know where that is. That's close to where the mech is. There's a valley that slopes off this. Takes a deep breath and sighs. That's close to where I fell into here. There's a giant. He pulls the map out and points, and there's a giant two-headed ape. That's where that lives.
Oh, yeah, we saw that guy, didn't we?
Yeah.
Kind of saw him eat a bunch of things. He seems bad.
Yeah, we're gonna need help.
Chili now is standing kind of over you, and she says, they all seem that way. They're just animals. This is their home. They hunt. They eat. They have to survive.
So, Twig, are you saying we have to go there?
I mean, yes.
Well, yeah, I can take you there. We can go there together.
His listening.
With your
Crap.
keys. All your keys. They shall be so proud of me. He might even give me back my eye. He pulls this patch away, and it's just this empty socket.
Ugh. That's gross.
He needed to see what was beyond. When he took it, I could hear the song. So beautiful.
How does that song go?
It's like a cacophony of screams. A cacophony of unmaking. Like when a babe just comes into the world and all it wants is to not be in the world.
This guy's terrifying.
Can someone make him go away? He's freaking us out.
Can we gag him or
I mean,
something?
I would, but I'm on another planet, so
Charity would have by now. Like,
Charity's like, I would have shot him with that laser gun.
yeah. Dude, you talk too much. Bye.
The bronze individual, their eyes light with fire, and their hair starts to first kind of smolder and then erupts into fire, and they grab this target by the collar, by the scruff. I think we've heard quite enough from you for now. Back to your hole, and drags him away. The whole time he's saying, if you're keys, I can make it worthwhile. You'll get to see the end. It'll be beautiful.
Oh, that's not good.
Another person walks in. It's a very angular, thin, tall elf. And they make their way over, put their hand on Shelly's shoulder and says, "They'll be fine. It's cursed." And then she looks down at the three of you and says, "Who might you be?"
I'm Twig Swiftstrike, and this is my friend Amulet. And we kind of got here by mistake.
"I'm Victor."
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot he's Victor. He's got some armor. He's cool.
"Yeah, I guess." She says, or they say, "Thank you for bringing back our betrothed. We haven't had a lot of luck of late. Perhaps it was lucky Bronson found you in the caves on his hunt."
Yeah, but I think he's cursed or something. Charity figured it out, but we didn't know how to fix it.
They lean down and look at you again and say, "I just said that he's cursed. My magic deduced that the moment I laid eyes upon him."
Can you fix it?
"Can you fix it?" They seem to be agitated.
I mean, if I could, I would have.
"I could, I would have as well. It's not within my current abilities. I lack components."
What do you need?
"I would need to draw you a list. Most likely give you a field guide."
I mean, I don't know if we're saying we're going, but we can see if we have it for you.
Victor kind of pulls you both away for a second. It's like, "Huddle. These people are keeping us here safe. That guy saved our lives. Should probably try to help."
We also saved his life by bringing him back, so I feel like we're kind of even.
"I don't feel very even right now."
Yeah,
"It's
we'll
your
see what we can do.
choice." "Okay, well, I'll go along with what you want to do. I just, yeah."
Victor, all I'm
Victor
saying is please and thank you goes a long way.
nods and just steps away.
Jared's shaking her head at me.
So Shilly walks back, brings you some food and water skins. It's not elaborate food. It looks like it's some type of meat on sticks that have been cooked. And she says, "Yeah, if you would do this, Leggett would bring you one of their field guides with a list of the materials and loosely where you can find them on the plateau. With Bronson incapacitated, the rest of us must hold the community together. Generally, he would be the one that would go out and gather. Is this something that you would be able to do for our community?"
I mean, he was awfully helpful. We can certainly try.
"I will let Leggett know." I leave you three kind of sitting on makeshift chairs or on a makeshift table.
Hopefully this isn't too hard. We got to get to our friends. I'm worried about them.
Yeah, I don't. They're on their own. We at least have each other.
They're dead.
They're not dead. You shut your mouth.
But we saw them die.
That's
did
not how we work.
We saw them leave. That's it.
I heard, like, you can just see tears starting to roll down his cheeks. I heard Charity's neck break.
Did you see a body? If there's no body, we have hope. That is what we do. We're shitty little kids and we stick together.
It's true.
Taking inspiration for that.
Thanks.
He says, okay. After a while, the Genasi comes back in. They've got 3 books. Some very, very, very sloppily made maps and a list. There's 8 ingredients. I offered to go, but with the tightening of the web, I'm needed here. We need you to do this for us. I wouldn't ask otherwise. But our husband lies dying.
Totally understandable. It was real helpful. So we're going to do this, but do you have someone else who maybe can, like, I mean, we don't know what's plants and animals, and we don't know.
Victor is poring over the books that are in front of him, like just digesting information. He says, that's what these are for. These are he looks over at them and looks, these are like wildlife journals. And then pulls a map up where one of the things are, and he goes, and pulls out his shitty map and points, and they both lead to where the mech is. Can we have a minute? Genasi looks at you guys and kind of steps away, and he goes, if we can get there, there's technology on that ship. I know that's an odd concept to you, but maybe we can, I mean, Charity would probably be able to put it together, but maybe we can find out how I got here and then use it to slingshot ourselves out of here, wherever she went. She's alive.
Okay. So we help Bronson and then we get out of here.
Yeah. I think we can get out of here.
So you're going to be able to make sure that we eat the things we're supposed to eat and don't eat the things we're supposed to eat. Eating's really
Well, I mean, we've got
important.
these books. We can just look it up. It's just simple research.
Okay, you're the book guy then.
Well,
I'm the weapon.
can you give us like 8 hours?
How long does Bronson have?
You in the fire soul, Emery comes up and he says, you've got until the morning and then you need to set out. He only has a few days. He can't heal. Everything that was done to him, he's just getting worse.
All
Victor
right.
says, if I have 8 hours, I can put all this information here. And then we don't have to take the books, the maps, anything. We just have it here.
But you have to rest too.
I'll figure that out. But
Can you
we'll
do it
have
in 6 and take a nap?
I can scan it in while I sleep.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Then do it. Get started. Let's go.
He does his cool pop-up tech tent and goes inside. He holds it open like, are you guys going to come in?
Sure. If there's room.
It's massive inside.
Yeah.
You've never
Right.
seen anything like it's like an alchemist lab on steroids.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure
or
nothing in
a-
here will eat me. So
it's nuts. And then
All right.
there's
So-
2 like cot beds as well, which are crazy comfortable. It's almost like sleeping on air.
Twig will go in.
it's super
He'll
cool.
go out. And then he walks around. And he goes back in. How does this work?
It's a subdimensional space that I can open for a small period of time, where I've got I've got a basic lab set up here. See that over there? You see a machine moving. That's scanning data and that's then going to be transferred digitally into my wrist device. That, and he points over there, and it's a machine that's moving back and forth, and it's making something out of nothing as you're watching it. I'm using a high-grade polymer to print off a it scans things. Does that make sense? It looks at things and then tells us if they are what we're looking for. But I can do that with my wrist device, but it'll be a handheld scanner that one of you can carry as well in case we get separated. I think I only have time to make one of them.
All right. Well, hopefully we don't get separated.
Also, we're going to need to find some type of energy source because I'm burning through mine right now really quickly.
All right. Well, there's a giant robot. That's got to have something, right?
That's what I'm thinking. If you're okay going into there, because it's technically they're looking for this plant that grows around it, but not like in it. But we would be close enough to just jump in and jump back out.
I mean, as long as we're there, I don't know if it'll be that easy, especially if Master Lish is there because he's kind of a dick.
So I don't know who this person is, that crazy guy I was talking about, that small yelly man, but he's talking about the mountain up and away from the mech.
Okay, good. Then we won't be close.
Well, I mean, we're close enough.
We gotta stay away. We can't handle him. It's bad news.
I don't understand what you guys are doing. I thought I kind of did. But if he's doing something that bad, shouldn't we stop him?
We definitely need to stop him. That's kind of our deal, but we need Charity and Akko for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
This place is so cool that I steal 3 things, but then I put them back because I feel bad.
And you have no idea what they are.
No, I steal them, but within an hour I put them all back. I feel bad, and you don't borrow from a friend.
He asked Twig if he can see the laser gun.
Sure. I'll hand it over to him.
He is furiously working on something. He gets about 4 hours of sleep. When you wake up in the morning, he hands you both. He's got the gun like on a shoulder strap across his chest now. He hands you both. They kind of look like wands, but not quite, and they've got little triggers. Best I could do.
What are these?
It will
Yes.
fire short nanos that will seek out and do damage. It's the equivalent to magic missile. It'll
We're
never
gonna get that.
miss.
Oh, we're gonna get that laser gun back, right? It's Akko's.
It's Charity's, and I'm going to give it back to her when I see her again. Because if you said she's still alive, she's alive.
Yep.
The only thing is, because I didn't have all the time I needed, well, if it starts to overheat, it can break. So basically, it fires a D3 worth of magic missiles. If you roll a 1, it breaks. And it does 1d4 plus your level. So he steps out of the tent, gets you out, he pops it back to its tiny size. Shilly, Emery, and Leggett meet you. He hands the materials back to Leggett. She's like, "You need these," and he looks at at them and then looks back at you two. And he goes, "We've memorized it." And with a look that only an elf can give someone of utter disdain, they look at him and then in a huff take their materials and walk away. Shilly gets down on one knee again, so she's around your height. And she says, "Are you sure you can do this? He will die in a couple days without these materials."
We don't have a choice. We have to.
Thank you. She gets a
We
nod
always
to him.
try.
And then the last one is Emery, who leads you to the opening, a hidden opening in the mountain. Shakes each of your hands. And then says, "I don't know what we would do as a community if Bronson died. I don't know what we would do as a family if he died. So please don't make me regret this."
We got this.
He opens a secret passage. You start to walk. Victor touches the crystal on his forehead, turns into Charette. And you hear Emery go, "My Torm." Step back, like, "Oh shit." And then the secret door shuts. Inside of Charette, you can see Victor, and he says, "I'm going to sleep for a little bit. Charette knows what we're looking for. Here we go."
Let's find it.
Charity, as you lie in your hospital bed, ranting and raving, you hear footsteps coming to your bed where you've been placed. And a very unusual looking man leans over you. Says, "How did you ever get here?"
Yeah. Do I know you? Because I swear to God, if you don't get out of my face, I'm going to take that lime jello and I'm going to shove it right up both your nostrils.
Charity, of course we know one another. I'm just trying to figure out how you got here.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Should
minute.
be virtually impossible for you to be here.
Wait a minute. Can I make a perception check?
You can.
Ah, damn it. That's a 12. Just trying to see if it's like a non.
It's not a non, but it's
Okay.
someone you know through a non.
Oh. Oh. So you're not Stinky Pants. Because I would have recognized his smell. Because he kind of like, not that it's like a bad smell. I mean, really, I probably should stop calling him stinky. It's kind of nice. I don't know if it's like he wears something or if it's like just his like natural smell. If that's his natural smell, like, whoo!
I don't remember who Stinky Pants is, to be honest with you.
Anon.
Oh,
So who are you?
always so smart, but not always able to put everything together. I told you what I was going to do if you said no to me.
Oh shit.
Welcome home, Charity. You won't enjoy the stay. In your ear, you hear a tiny voice say, oh shit. That's where we'll stop.
God damn it.
So, there you have it. I would like everybody to go around the table, tell folks where they can find you, what you're up to, yeah.
All right. Well, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Cubicle Zombie. You can also find me next Wednesday and every other Wednesday right here on this very channel for D&DDT with the Tasty Boys.
Boys of Taste.
That's right. You can find us at DNDDT Podcast or DNDDT.com.
All right. I am Shannon. You can find me. I know who it was.
It was me.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along. Jesus.
Son of a bitch.
Does that wait? Oh my God. Can Charity use no first thing I'm doing next session? She's using her bedpan and she's just gonna like Austin clang him upside the head.
Keep it in mind.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I am Shannon. You can find me on TikTok at Rainbow Gaming Collective. It's Rainbow GC on TikTok. You can also find information on how to join the Discord community for Rainbow Gaming Collective there. And you can also find me. It better not be.
It is.
God damn it so much. Why do you do this to me? Thought we were friends. We are friends. You can also find me here on Twitch on Thursdays and Sundays, sometimes doing some Minecraft, sometimes doing some games over twitch.tv/Rainbow Gaming Collective.
I'm Cassandra. I'm here every 2 weeks, and you should go support everybody else.
Cassandra, you're going to be playing in a different game here pretty soon. You want to tell everybody about it?
I mean, I don't know what you want to share.
Share whatever you want.
I mean, I'm going to be a Marvel superhero coming up.
Hey.
I decided to be the descendant of a super obscure Marvel supervillain. So if you want to have some fun and see who I pick, you're going to have to show up and watch.
It was down between the Corruptor.
Yep. And Plant Man. And who was the lady we were just talking about?
Wasn't Humbug.
Humbug made the list. And who was the lady? Slide made the list.
Slide made the list. I like Slide.
Sorry, not Humbug. Slide made the list. Sybil. Who played Sybil? The name was Sybil. I'm trying to remember her. The one that manipulates soft textures.
Oh, Gypsy Moth.
Gypsy Moth. Thank you. So,
yeah, I introduced Cassandra to the wonderful world of the Night Shift, and she was like, "These people are weird." And I was like, "Yep, Werewolf by Night was on that team."
Yep. So I'm gonna play.
Who the fuck is the Tattered Chameleon?
It's great names. Yeah, so I'm gonna play a super obscure descendant of a super obscure supervillain who may or may not be paranoid about the government watching her. So come watch and find out.
So, for me, your King Ginger, I know I mentioned in the Akko episode, but Star Wars will be going up soon. The Casualist of Doug's, Doug Lahassie, King of the Wild Frontier, is finishing up his part, and then we'll be letting people know where they can watch that very wonderful program in all 3 parts, which was a lot of fun. Heel Turn is back on Heel Turn's channel Wednesday nights. Last Saturday was Fire Pro Dojo. Trying to think what else I do. I do this. Been running around this Marvel game, 3-parter.
Did you say Tiny Ming?
Oh, Tiny Mang every other Tuesday on Heel Turn. Last time, I got to get a new webcam, but I painted this guy. Because Beard, Doug Lahassie, and I are getting ready to start a core space campaign, which I cannot recommend enough. Otherwise, man, I think that's like all I do. I do stuff. As soon as I can get Minecraft fixed, I'll be joining our Minecraft game. I'm super excited to play in that. But other than that, I hope everybody had a good time both playing and watching. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, because things here on Down Outlands, we believe in splitting the party, and then splitting that party, and then splitting that party. So, bye. Oh, thank you to Beard. Thank you to Casual Doug, as always. So, bye.